everybody, how are you doing today? My name is Brendan Reviews and welcome to the 31 Days of Horror Season 2, Episode 9, City of the Living Dead. This movie is actually the first movie in the series that includes The Beyond. The Beyond is actually an unrelated sequel. Well, I mean, it is related, but doesn't connect anything more than just premise-wise with it being about the gates of hell to City of the Living Dead. Because as a matter of fact, City of the Living Dead has the same actress in this movie as The Beyond, as House by the Cemetery, which is the third movie in this series. She plays the main character in all three of these movies. So, what is City of the Living Dead even about? City of the Living Dead is about a priest who kills himself over top of a cemetery. When he kills himself over top of this cemetery, it brings the dead back to life by opening one of the gates of hell. And this is where shit gets interesting. The dead that come back to life are not the kind of dead that will eat you, not the kind that go down with just a simple headshot. These things are like ghostly apparitions that will haunt you and follow you. The priest is the main antagonist of the movie, and once he dies, everything will be fixed, right? I personally think this is one of Lucio Fulci's best movies, period. This, Zombie 2, and The Beyond are his three best movies in my opinion, and let's talk about why. So I already explained what the movie's even about, but I gotta be honest, this movie would not be what it is without the actors, the direction, the score, the effects, so let's talk about all of it. The acting in this movie is really top notch. Catriona MacColl does a great job in this movie as she does The Beyond and House by the Cemetery. She gives a really good performance, especially with how she responds to like all the weird shit going on. Her character goes through some weird scenes with like a dead body that's like in her house, but it keeps going missing and then reappearing up somewhere else in the movie. It's really creepy and really unnerving. There's some scenes where a kid is running away from like these apparitions that are following him, and the gothic scenery of it is just creepy, so creepy. That's the best way I can describe this movie, as creepy, unearthing. It creeps under your skin, it gives you the goosebumps, sends chills up your spine. This is not the kind of movie where the zombies tear you apart and eat your flesh, and that's the only thing you gotta worry about is shooting them in the head. You can't kill these things. You cannot kill these things until the host is killed, the priest. And I really gotta be honest, like the way that they kill people in this movie and like add to their army is not something you would expect. You would expect them to maybe hold on to them and suck them into the void, or maybe they just, grab a hold of them and then like kill them in some ridiculous fashion or something like that, right? But what they do is they grab the back of your head and literally rip your head out rip the inside of your head out. They will pull out your fucking brain and hold it in front of your loved ones. It is just the most insane stuff and is really creepy in my opinion. The direction in this movie is really good too, with this gothic feel to it that is almost like a nightmare. It is truly like you running away from something that just you cannot stay away from. This thing is constantly gaining on you. You cannot get away from it. It will catch up to you because eventually you need to stop and catch your breath, and when you need to catch your breath, that's when it comes for you. You are constantly on guard in this movie, and I think that's what makes the movie so effective. Another thing that I really do enjoy about this movie is the score. The score is really good too. It's just as memorable as Zombie 2 and The Beyond. There are some great moments where it's just pulse pounding with the drums and the right kind of like voices and all that stuff. Though the music does sound a little familiar to Zombie 2, I still really like the music. And personally, I don't fault the movie for this because it's made by the music is made by the same guy who made the music for Zombie 2, Fabio Frizzi. So I like this movie a lot, but easily the standout thing in this movie, which everybody comes to this movie for, is the effects. There are like three memorable moments in this movie where the effects just take over. The first scene is when we get the first ripping out of the head scene, right? Then it's the scene when this girl, she sees the dead priest, and the dead priest like casts some like kind of spell into her that causes her to die. She starts bleeding from her eyes and then pukes up her own guts. What the hell? I've never seen anything like it. Like literally entrails just dropping out of her mouth. And it's just disgusting. It is so disgusting. When I first saw it, I gagged. I was like, what the hell? It is unrelenting. And the other thing, easily the best kill in this movie, one of the best kills in horror movie history, is with the character, I think his name is Bob. He is like this recluse throughout the whole movie, constantly trying to find a place to stay, and he keeps running into the dead, and he sleeps inside of the van of this girl that he knows, right? So the girl knows that he's there, and she goes out there and sleeps next to him to make sure he's okay. And the dad finds out, and the dad grabs Bob and drills, like literally takes a drill and drills his head in. He takes a drill, presses it up against his skull, and drives the drill into his head all the way through. I've never seen anything like this in a horror movie, and it is awesome how brutal this movie gets. So with a good gothic atmosphere, good music, good acting, good effects, good direction, I personally think City of the Living Dead is just as good as The Beyond and Zombie 2. And for it, I'm going to go ahead and give Lucio Fulci's City of the Living Dead a 10 out of 10. So, there you go. My name is Brendan Refuse, and I hope you guys have a great day, evening, night, whatever the fuck time you guys are watching this, and I will see you all next time.